Let's talk about reverse proxies. So a reverse proxy is a server that sits between client devices and backend servers. It acts as an intermediary for requests from clients seeking resources from those backend servers, and its primary role is to handle the client requests and forward them to the appropriate backend server, and then return the server's response to the client. And this setup is commonly used in modern web architectures for different purposes. So let's look at this example scenario. We have a client on the internet, so this cloud on the left, and it makes a request to a reverse proxy server, which is this red oval in the middle, and the proxy inspects the request, determines that it's valid, and that it does not have the requested resource in its own cache. It then forwards the request to some internal web server, which is the oval here on the right. The internal server delivers the requested resource back to the proxy, which in turn delivers it to the client. But note that the client on the internet is unaware of the internal network and cannot tell whether it's communicating with a proxy, in this case a reverse proxy, or directly with a web server. So let's talk about some of the key functions of a reverse proxy. First and foremost, security. So by hiding the IP addresses and configurations of the backend servers, a reverse proxy enhances security. It serves as a barrier against potential attacks and filters out malicious traffic, protects these sensitive backend resources from direct exposure to the rest of the internet. Second, it provides load balancing. So a reverse proxy can distribute these incoming client requests across multiple backend servers based on predefined algorithms such as round robin or least connections. And this helps optimize resource use and improves performance and reliability of the application. Another feature of reverse proxies is SSL termination. So the reverse proxy can manage SSL or TLS encryption and relieves these backend servers of the computational burden associated with secure connections. And this simplifies certificate management and enhances performance by offloading the encryption and decryption processes to the reverse proxy itself. It also provides caching, so these reverse proxies can cache responses from the backend servers and allows them to serve cache content to clients for subsequent requests, which reduces latency and minimizes the load on the backend servers. Another important feature of reverse proxies is compression. So data sent from the backend to clients can be compressed by the reverse proxy and reduces bandwidth usage and improves load times for these end users. Another important feature is request routing. So this reverse proxy can intelligently route requests to different backend servers based on factors like server load, resource availability, or the request type, for example, the URL. There's also content delivery. So in content delivery networks or CDNs, these reverse proxies are used to cache static content closer to users and enhance performance and reduces latency. So what are some differences between reverse proxies and forward proxies? So a reverse proxy client interaction is an important concept, right? So clients interact directly with the reverse proxy, which then forwards the request to the appropriate backend server. How about backend visibility? So the reverse proxy is able to hide the identities and configurations of the backend servers from the clients. And the primary use is to enhance security, manage load, and optimize performance for these backend services. How about forward proxy? What does the role of client interaction play for forward proxies? So clients send requests to the forward proxy, which then forwards these requests to external servers. And how about client visibility? So the forward proxy typically hides the client identities from the external servers. So this is important to note, right? So for reverse proxies, it's about hiding these backend server identities from the client. While for forward proxies, it's really benefiting the client, right? It's hiding the client identities. And what's the primary use of forward proxies? Well, it's often used for anonymity, access control, and caching for clients accessing external resources. So in conclusion, a reverse proxy is a very important component in modern web architectures and provides security, load balancing, SSL termination, and caching. And it acts as an intermediary between the clients and the backend servers and helps optimize performance, enhance security, and streamline resource management. And all in all, it's an essential tool for modern web apps and services.